we're going to do the thing we always do. Let me get a good color for us. And we basically go along and we see if there's any ST elevation, right? And there is. Yeah, there is ST elevation. And so the big question is it anywhere else, right? Yep. Yep. So we're using that TP segment lining up and we're seeing some ST elevation, but it's kind of a widespread picture, okay? And you've got all this ST elevation, but do we have any reciprocal changes? Well, we would normally see ST depression somewhere, but we have no ST depression really. And the lead placement on this was a little bit off, but essentially we have a widespread elevation with no reciprocal changes. So what do we do with that? Well, there's a couple differentials. Differential number one would be pericarditis, and that's not completely off the table with him because of course, right? And you would be listening for a murmur, a rub. You would also be looking at the way he holds himself. So you would be watching his position. Does he like to kind of sit forward a little bit? Or when you try to put him back, does he sit right back up? Those are things that would be concerning for pericarditis. But he also could have benign earlier polarization, which is something that is, again, going to look a lot like pericarditis. So then one of the things you can do, if you're not sure, is do an echo. Of course, that's always the answer, if that's a possibility. But you're also looking for, especially in lead 2, PR segment depression. Actually, let me go back up. But there's no PR segment depression. So that's a clue. And then the other clue is that we don't have a Spodix sign. Remember when the ST segment, or sorry, the TP segment stair steps down, we don't have that. And so we're kind of leaning based on the patient's exam and based on what we've seen so far in his EKG that we don't think this is pericarditis.